Another important influence, at least our team dug up in research, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, seems to be the late Mr. Jhunjhunwala. And you mentioned, I think in an interview, that for the first time you met him, you couldn't hold his attention for more than a minute or a half a minute. What was that about? Like, he didn't believe in the business? And then, same thing, how did you convert him to then becoming a mentor to you? Maybe a glimpse of, someone the startup world doesn't see much of.
Yeah.
And you seem to have. So would love to hear the audience have that.
RJ was a personality.
Yeah,
right?
I've encountered him a few times.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely agree.
And massively opinionated about
Correct.
what he believed in it.
Correct.
And there was an unbelievable line that he tells me, he would tell me. And then he repeated that one day to me as well. I'll come to the line later.
Yeah.
So he was sitting and I go to his office, and before I could say anything, and I think we had some people in Chennai who were related to him, friends of mine, as well as, Bhaskar, who was trying to stitch this deal together. And he obviously was very close to Rakesh. And so
he's been a big believer in Titan all through.
I think he's been a bigger believer in Titan than Tata's.
Understood.
So, yeah, because when they were not willing to put more money in, he put more money in as well at that point. So, and he really stuck by them for the time that he did as well also. And so, Bhaskar wanted an opinion as well also. And so that meeting was set up, and I went over there, and he said, this is all nonsense. You guys don't know, take VC money, and then you're all thinking, making losses and all of these things. And what does the need to make loss in selling jewelry on that part, right? And doing that part. So I said, you're right. It's a mistake I made for years. And when I said that, I think it was a little bit of this thing as well. I said, what's your gross margin? He said, I said, 17%. He said, what is Titan's gross margin? I said, yeah, about 22%. You think you can ever cross 17 to 22%? When you can do that, that's when you'll make a business. That's 30% more gross margin than you make as well. So, or whatever the gap was.
Yeah, sure.
He said that. I said, no, but I want to tell you how I'm trying to build it and what my thesis is. As I was trying to build it, it was after market hours, because he did not meet in market hours as well. He dozed off in that conversation. And I just couldn't hold his attention because he dozed off as well also. So then, like a minute or two later, he sort of woke up and everything. And I asked him, can I take a cigarette? So he said, yeah, give me a cigarette. And I've read somewhere also that, you smoke with someone and you drink with someone and you become sort of, something like that.
Icebreaker.
Yeah, icebreaker. So I take the cigarette. He also takes one. He lights it.
Yeah.
When he lights it, he can't sleep.
Yeah.
So he's awake. And then I narrate what I'm trying to build, how I think it's for the mother and this for the daughter. And this is the natural extension. We're a feeder brand into what they want to build, all of that stuff, etc. And he heard me through the whole thing. And he says, see, the thought is right, but this loss-making business doesn't make sense. I said, okay. And then in the end, he said, you haven't, your cigarette? I said, no, I don't smoke. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
So I think that's
a hack if I've seen one.
Yeah, because he told that story a few times, So he says, "Isne mere ko, banaya isme," that.